TIFU by flooding the second floor of a hotel. So this all happened last night at 7:30-ish p.m. I'm laying in my hotel room in rural South Dakota. I'm half asleep when my hotel phone rings. It's Curtis with the front desk, and he begins the convo by asking how I'm feeling. I tell him I'm fine and ask the reason for the call. "Sir, I don't want to alarm you, but earlier today a woman was doing laundry on the second floor. We have reason to believe she may have accidentally broken a gas main. The gas leak has made its way to the hallways, and we've already received a few guest complaints of nausea, dizziness. Some are lightheaded in rooms around you. We're in contact with the fire department, who is on the way. But we want to take a few measures to reduce risk and help with your safety until they arrive. Can I leave? Grab my things and go? I was just pondering dinner. We don't want to start a panic and alarm the other guests. We believe it to be contained mostly to the hallways on your floor. We're hopeful the fire department will arrive soon. In the meantime, can you wet a towel, roll it up, and place it at the base of the door? Come back to the phone when you're finished. Okay?" Quote, I take care of the door and open my window as far as I can. It's 25 outside, but hey, I can breathe. I return to the phone and tell Curtis it's done. The fire department would like us to take precautionary measures, so we're asking all guests to unplug all electronics in the room. Can you take care of that for us and come back to the phone when you're finished? Quote, I unplug and turn off everything. A few breaths through the window screen. I consider jumping or running. Instead, I go back to the phone and ask permission to leave. Were you able to unplug your electronics? Good. Now we don't want to evacuate because we're concerned of the carbon monoxide levels in the hallways. Instead, one last thing we want to do is disable the sprinkler in your room. In the past, when the fire department came out for similar calls, there's been an instance where the sprinklers accidentally triggered. We don't want your room to flood if it happens again. If you're comfortable doing it, you'll need to knock the red temperature gauge out of the sprinkler to deactivate it. I don't feel comfortable doing that, bro. Seems like bad news. And I don't know what I'm doing. I might just come downstairs. Sir, please. The hallways are bad and the fire department's close. In your room should be a complimentary pen. Take that and use it to knock the red pin out. I can't explain my discomfort, but if it must be done, it must be done. I take the pen and knock the pin. Old dirty sewage water begins to fill the room. I panic and grab my work things. Phone still off the hook. I run to the bathroom and briefly panic. After 30 seconds, something has to be done. I'm going for it. I wrap my face in a wet towel and bolt for the elevator. At the elevator is the manager of the property. No face covering. No urgency. Are you from room 206? Why did you activate the fire alarm? Quote, what are you talking about? Are we not in a state of emergency? My room is flooding. We need to go. Sir, WTH are you talking about? Actually, follow me please. As we ride the elevator down, I'm shaking like a leaf. I'm traumatized. But as the heart rate slows and I explain the situation, I begin to realize what manager was only going to confirm. It was all a prank. All my luggage and laundry got flooded. I sit in the lobby with drenched clothes, covered in colorful dirt, listening to the several guest complaints as the second floor continue to flood. I have just become public enemy number one in this small town. They can't shut the water off. No one knows how. GM and fire department arrive within minutes of each other. The GM is an amazing person with a heart of gold. Extremely pragmatic. She hears me out and empathizes. Gets me a new room while I step out to grab clothes. Says it isn't the first time this has happened, and that she's very sorry the call made it through. TL. Dear, today I got pranked and flooded the second floor of a rural SD hotel. Big sorry to the staff. I can't imagine what a pain in their side my stay was for them. But they handled it with grace and warmth. If this is real, this is such a horrible prank and such good way to sue someone for damages. I worked nights at a hotel about a decade ago. One evening I came into the aftermath of quite the commotion. We had lots of business guests for the nearby Honda plant. One jet-lagged visitor decided to run a bath when he got in. Then apparently laid down in bed while it was running and fell asleep. The hotel wasn't very full, so it took a while for someone to complain of a leak into their room. But then it took another while for maintenance to get into the room with the trouble. When they did, the guest was completely nonchalant and unbothered by the mess he had made. I doubt he remained so unconcerned. He was on the 6th floor and the water was pouring out of the ceiling in our main office on the 1st floor, right over the fancy multi-function copier. All of the rooms affected and the ones adjacent had to be out of service for weeks. For the record, a sprinkler can only be set off by being exposed to heat or like this, knocking the bulb out. It is impossible for a group of sprinklers to be activated remotely. Post in tales of the front desk. As much as this stings, thanks for sharing. Might save others from falling for the same sick joke. Hey, I'm from South Dakota. I'm even from small town. I had actually did a double take when I saw SD being mentioned somewhere. What a sicko to trick you like that, such a sick way to entertain oneself. I mean, none of this seemed off to you? Haha. Wait, sewage water came out of the sprinkler? Are sprinklers connected to sewers? I cannot believe your name isn't new. They broke a gas main and it only got into the hallways and rooms around you? Someone wrote gullible on the ceiling. Take a look. Lol. At least it wasn't the 3rd floor, or the 23rd. If it makes you feel better, my buddy got drunk and fell asleep in a running bathtub on the 4th floor and destroyed several floors. There was an inch plus of standing water in his room. Man, what a prank. Who does that? Hopefully the hotel's telephone exchange is new enough that they can pull records on your phone and see who called it. That would probably be the only way to figure out who did it. This wouldn't be possible on older systems though, as they don't really have the brains to remember who called where. Damn, sorry that you went through that emotional roller coaster, but that was a fun read. Thanks.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.